What is up, YouTube? You are watching The Truth Show with me, your host, The Truth. And I hope this video works this time, because this will be the fourth time recording it. And it's really doing my head in. Because I'm finding a hard time to find the correct balance between the microphone control volume and the overall volume in the game. And when I play the videos back, my voice seems really low. So this will be the fourth time, and hopefully fourth time lucky. But without further ado, let's get into it. Today I'm doing a video on the last stand systems for Tom Clancy's The Division, and how the point system and stuff works. What people have asked me. So the first question I got asked is, how does the points work? Now, the guy who asked me said because he collects points off NPCs. Right, kills NPCs and then goes to try and activate something. And as soon as he gets there, it says he's got insufficient funds. So I'm going to explain to you how the points work, okay? The points in the game are not singular, okay? They're not basically for your character. The points that you collect don't remain with just your character. They're a total team points. Now, if you look at the top of the screen where you've got the player progression bars and the team progression bars, you'll see a little box in the middle that's got numbers in it. Those numbers are the amount of points that your team has in total. Okay, so if you want to go and activate, say, a turret, for instance, to know whether you've got enough points to activate it, look at that little box, and if it's got 250 in it, that means you've got enough to activate the turret. Oh, Jesus Christ. The second thing we're going to talk about is the point multipliers. Now, someone was asking me, what really do the point multipliers do, and what's the best one to get, and how do you know if you've got enough points for them? So we'll answer it in three separate ways. To know that you've got enough points to activate them, you can either look at the total team point score, which is, like I said in the point explanation, above your progression bar. You can look at the symbols for the point multipliers when they come up, and what you'll see is, you'll see a white line that goes around them. Now, if the white line completely goes around them in a circle, you've got enough points to activate them. If it doesn't, you haven't got enough points to activate them. Now, the problem with this is, a lot of people will run in and try and activate them when they haven't got enough points. Now, what will happen there is, if you can't activate it because you haven't got enough points, if the opposing team gets to it after you've already put points into it, when they activate it, the points that you've put into it, you'll lose. So say you put 1,000 points into the multiplier to activate it, but then you can't activate it because you've only got 1,000 points, and then then a member of the enemy team shows up and activates that multiplier, you're gonna lose that 1,000 points. So when you're going to activate a point multiplier, guys, what it's gonna come down to basically is, don't do it until you've got 2,000 points, because that's how much it costs to activate the multipliers. 2,000 points. Also, guys asking me, which one do you activate first? Well, if it was a choice between the two, the one you want to go for first really is the victory point multiplier. Points for kills is good, but the victory point multiplier is the one that's, you know, it's going to decide the matches and how they turn out. 90% of the time, the team that gets the victory point multiplier first is the team that wins. Now, essentially what they do, points for kills does exactly what it says on the tin. When you kill an enemy, you'll get a point to you'll get points to your overall score. What the victory point multiplier does is, when you've got a base, it multiplies the amount of points that you get per every 5 seconds on the point. So if you've got one base, instead of getting 10 points, you get 16. If you've got two bases, instead of getting 20 points, you get 32. and so on and so forth. So that's what they do. So if it had to come down to it, I'd say definitely the victory point multiplier first. But again, you want to make sure you've got enough points to activate the multipliers before you go after them. Otherwise, you're going to lose points if the other team activates them. The last thing I was asked was about the armour and the way it all works in Last Stand. So let's go into my menu and we'll show you exactly. Now, as you can see, hang on, I'm getting shot from a bloody NPC there. I'll just kill that fool. Come here, sniper. Die. Right, he's dead. Okay, so back into the menu. So basically, as you'll see here, if you look at the way mine's set out, you'll see that every bit of armour that I have has a 1400 armour rating on it. Now, they're not the actual scores of my armour. When you go into Last Stand, that's what every bit of armour gets set to for every single player. That's in order to like balance the combat. So when you're creating a build for Last Stand, the main thing you're going to want to be looking at is the minor attributes and the major attributes of your armor sets. Don't bother with the armor rating because your armor rating doesn't matter. It's going to be reset to 1400 on every piece of armor, no matter what. And as far as the weapons are concerned, your weapons remain exactly the same as they did in single player. You might get a little bit of a boost to your firearms, but it's not a lot. It's just a tiny boost. Doesn't really make much of a difference. So they're pretty much exactly the same as they are in the single player. So yeah, mate, standing there doing that, but I'm like making a YouTube video. He just doesn't understand. So hopefully, I hope the video has helped some of you guys out. If you've got any questions about anything else, please just leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm usually quick when I get back to people, but you know, if I don't get back to you right away, don't fret. I will get back to you eventually. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If I've helped you out, hit like, hit subscribe, and as always, I will catch you next time on The True Show.